as stated in my first video right here, I stated that I was going to be creating a part two video to show you guys what to really look for in the probate cases so that way you guys could easily identify whether the document includes real property. So for my first visit, I took some pictures when I was going through the folders of the cases that include real property. So I'm just going to open up this file right here to give you guys an idea of what to look for. I blocked out some of the personal information so that way it don't really cause any concerns. So this is what you're going to see on the first pages on the case. So as you can see, this was done in Osceola County, like Florida. Let me zoom in so you guys could get a better idea. Okay. So it's going to say in the estate of the deceased name, and the petitioner is the person that's in charge of the probate. So in this situation, the petitioner is the daughter of the descendant. And it gives you the person address, the petitioner address. This is very important. So you're going to take a picture of the first page because you need the person address, because later on you'll need to skip trace their name and address to find their contact number. That way you can cold call them. This can be important too. So right here, the person that died, the descendant, this is their address, last known address. So sometimes it's not their property that they're on. It could be they could be renting, or they could be staying with a relative, or it could be like a nursing home. So if you're not able to find the property inside the case, you could just go on PropStream or the county website and search for the address where they last lived at and look who owned it. If their name comes up, that means that you know it's a good lead. And then below, you're going to see all the people that's going to be listed on this case. So all these people are going to be inheriting the estate as well. As you can see, it's usually just family members, daughters, nephews, nieces, cousins, spouse. Once you turn the page, you're going to see their assets. For example, let me zoom in over here. As you can see, these are going to be labeled assets, or it could be like nature of assets, but somewhere along that line. And it'll tell you the estimated value of the asset. So generally, this is incorrect. I'm not sure how exactly they find the estimated value of the assets, or in this case, the property. I'm not sure if they go on Zillow or just find a number, or I doubt they actually have people going out there to run comps. So they probably just thought a number real quick and just put it there, because as you can see right here, it's a flat number, 60,000. I doubt it's correct. Might be more or less. Who knows? I haven't looked at the property myself. So other than estate, other than property, you're going to see like bank account information. You're going to see vehicles they own. It could be furniture. It could be personal property. Anything that a person owned that's considered an asset would be listed below here. So depending on your market, when you see this right here, does not exceed 75,000, what that tells you is that their estate worth is less than 75,000. Depending on your market, that could be a clear indication that this estate does not include real property in it, and it could tell you to move on. But a market like mine, where the houses aren't really that high, not like the California market, it's not that high, you might find an estate in here. It might not be a large house. It could probably be a 1 bedroom or maybe a 2 bedroom, or in this case, like it's an apartment, or it could be a mobile home. So it's not always an indication. I mean, most of the time it is the indication that there's no real property in this estate, but not always. Just want to make sure and double check. And right here, I give you the legal description of the property, saying as well as a condominium. Typically, I don't look to wholesale condos because several reasons. They charge HOA fees. The property do not appreciate like that, so it's not you're not going to really find a good spread on there, and the apartment wouldn't really get that distressed. I mean, yes, you could find some motivation, but because of all the regulations that's governed in that complex, it's just might be best to avoid. Not saying that you can't get a deal out of it, but and right here it's going to just give you the person that's going to be inheriting the property. So right here it said all the descendant assets will be distributed to the people below. In this case, you just have the person name and their address, and it say 100% of all assets listed below. So all the assets are going to one person. And another example of what to look for when finding if the case includes real property or not. So it's going to say nature of assets. And in this case, a property is estimated to be worth 215,000. So that's really good for my market at least. You look out for real properties. That's the indication that the estate does include a property in there. And it's going right here where I blocked out, I have the address. And yeah, so what you want to do is you want to take a picture of this page and the page where it say nature of asset only if it includes a homestead property or real property. So that way you have the person as the petitioner, the person which is basically the person, they're basically the admin, executor, executress, the person that is basically going to be over the probate case. You want their name, you want their address, and obviously you want the descendant address as well. So basically, you just need a picture of the first page and the page of the assets. That's it. So this process would be for the people that's going to be going inside and their courthouse don't have it electronically. The probate records are online. So I'm going to show you guys what to look for online. So I'm just going to pull up this county, for example, Orange County. And you want to search for formal admin, summary admin. And this is basically the definition of probate and the type of probate and the filing procedure, right? Just to give you guys an example, you guys could look through here and read it if you wanted to. I already read it. So I'm just going to go to search. So I'm going to go to probate case and case type. So like I said earlier, you want to do formal admin, you want to do probate, and you want to do summary over 1,000 because I believe summary under 1,000 is saying that the asset inside the case does not exceed 1,000. So typically I do over 1,000, and I'm going to click over here. Okay, so 3 selected. I leave the first, last name blank, business name blank, and you want to select the range. So everybody have a different method of which range to go from. Because if you do a recent range, the properties are going to still be pending, and the probate would just be beginning. So it's going to be a lot of following up in this process, which isn't bad because you get to be the first person to contact them and just lock the property up on the contract. So, or some people do a year old, where that way they know the case has been closed and they're just assuring that nobody else never contacted this person, or just checking that, hey, I know this case is a year old, but what if they was missed, or what if they decided not to sell at that time, but now they're ready? So let me just follow up with them and see if they're ready to go, and it'll be better because they could sign that contract at the same time. They don't have to wait until the probate process completes, which takes several months. So for this case, I'm gonna do something recent. So let's do September to October. Not a robot, you are. Boom, boom, boom. I always get these wrong. So search. Okay, so what I typically do is I want to filter by the date. So I want the oldest first. And I'm gonna do select show all, sorry. And so as you can see, some of them, most of them are pending, but you see, yeah, some of these closed. And another thing is, I do this while I'm in the county courthouse because if I do it at home, it's not going to show you the files. It's going to be locked, so you're not able to click them. If you was inside the courthouse, you'll be able to click each file. It'll be a link that opens and show you what's inside of there. So when you open up these cases, what you're looking for is you're looking for this right here: petition for summary admin over 1,000. Just look for this petition for summary admin. It don't have to be over 1,000. Once you click that, it'll basically bring up the case. Basically, I just showed you earlier. It'll be like the same thing, but only thing it'll be an electronic version. It'll be scanned in and do the same thing. Just take a picture of everything I told you earlier, and you just go from there. Another example. Go to the bottom. Boom. Look for petition for admin. Open that up, and you'll see the file. What's assets or not. Same thing here. You can use this one. Same thing. Show you another example of the one I say summary. So open this one. Same thing. Start from the bottom. You can open up this, or you can open up this. It'll show you the assets there. It'll just bring up the same file I showed you earlier, same document. That's what it'll show you, and you go from there. But like I said, from home, I'm not able to click them because the information are confidential. They're public data, so you have to go inside the courthouse to see the cases, take the pictures, and I'm going to create a video on step 3 of what to do after you take the picture.